February the 8th, 2016. You're looking at NOAA's National Data Buoy Center. We have an alert going off right there. It's called Station 21415. It's at the tip of the Aleutian Islands, and there's a trench there. There's actually two if you look at that very close, one that comes straight down, and the one that goes over to the island of Kamchatka, which is part of Russia. That is that peninsula you see just to the top and left of this buoy. There is a volcano that's going off there, but it's showing only minor earthquakes. Let's look at the water column height at this station again, 21415. And if you look at this, this is in meters. Notice on the left, you've got a difference here of 65 meters. Now that's from the trough to the peak, which is a 213-foot difference. This is registered over a 6-hour period, so if you got 213 feet, you can roughly say a 106-foot wave from the center of the map, either way, or center of the chart. So without an earthquake in that area, guys, what could do that in such an isolated place? Let's go to the website just a moment, and I'm going to show you one of the things that you can check when you have this type of activity. We have a section on the right there called Volcanoes and Earthquakes. You click there and it will enlarge it to your full page size. Now, let's pull this over and you'll notice just to the left of the buoy we have an active volcano right there. You see it flashing, and that's Shiveluch, and we've seen that before. Now the information on this is saying that it's one of Kamchatka's largest and most active volcanoes, and the one that has had the most violent eruptions. We've seen it almost shut down air traffic a few times, but the current status, notice that in red at the top, and it says erupting. Also, these small circles to the left of this is coming in as earthquakes. They're small, less than 2 point on the magnitude scale. They're coming in from the EMSD, not the USGS earthquake system. An interesting thing about it, again, look, this thing is inland, and there's actually a set of mountains between it and the ocean. I was just pointing out some of the nearby things that could cause a buoy to change in water column height that quickly in over a 6-hour period, that height. But this particular volcano has been known for pyroclastic flows and dome collapses. In 1956, when a large part of the lava dome collapsed and created a devastating debris avalanche. So it has the capability of big landslides, but I think it's too far inland. But there are other volcanoes on that island. We don't have any alert status on them going off. And this is an image taken on October 2013, guys. It's Richard Roscoe. And this is, again, the Russian volcano, Mount Shiveluch. So if this thing is that far inland, what would be the other possibility of one isolated buoy doing that? This is live webcam images now. It's cloud covered. You can't tell much about it, but notice the timestamp at the bottom, February the 8th, 22:48:02 UTC time. Covered in clouds and some eruption. This is from the MODIS sensor satellites the last 7 days, and you can see the heat signature in that area around the cone. So you have lava rising, and you have that heat, and you have the volcanic eruptions and the emissions. Again, what could be the cause, other than something like this, of an isolated buoy change? Now, remember the video from yesterday, I think it was, where I showed you all the explosions from the Russian meteorite? Now, I want to show you a video, but notice something about this. It was coming in, traveling from left to right. This was two objects. Notice the point of explosion into the atmosphere. There were two explosions. Notice under the red arrow, the two objects exploded as they entered that upper part of the atmosphere together and came in. Then there were several explosions. This could happen over an ocean buoy. That could account for one isolated incident. The oceans cover 3/4 of the surface of the planet. We see one hit in India and kill someone. We've seen what happened in Russia. Could that happen over the northern Pacific Ocean? Sure it could. Look how large that area is. I'm just looking at the possibilities of an isolated buoy. But watch this video, guys. There are at least 15 or 16 explosions. It wasn't just one, and it was two objects. It's a heads up. Be safe. Check this out.